simple things. Pixels, buttons, a bit of fun. Then, somewhere along the way, the big platforms moved in. Last year, $200 billion flowed upwards, away from the people who actually play. This year, they take it back. YOM, where players play games straight from your PC, not a data center in Virginia. Meet Tyler Pemberton. Yes, this looks dramatic, but he's perfectly fine. Tyler's offline. His PC isn't. 47 players streaming from his GPU right now. Even AFK, Tyler's rig is pulling its weight. He's making money in his sleep. Maybe this is what happens when gamers finally take control of their own world. Turn your idle GPU into passive income. YOM.net. Eat, sleep, earn, repeat.
Hey guys, living now to Fresh Miners to deliver the nanos. Coming soon.
YOM.
Hey everybody, how is everyone's afternoon going? Hey Ron, how are you?
Good. Nice video, Jeff. Really done. Well done.
What I think I like best about that video is I just went to the AI music program that I've been toying with, and I said, I need an instrumental track that sounds like European music. And that's what it kicked out. And I'm like, all right, sounds like European to me too. I'm American. What do I know?
Yeah, really
like
nice.
House techno, something going on there. Yeah. Well,
yeah.
We had so much we have a lot to talk about today because of the down delivery and everything. Let's excited everybody about what's going on. So for everyone who's new, don't know us, my name is Jeff Outlaw. I'm the COO of YOM. This is Rohan. He's our CTO at YOM. And we've got a lot. This is a tech update. We try to do this once a month, try to bring the tech team on board, talk about what we've accomplished in the past 30 days. And this has been like a big one because today we made the delivery of the nanos. So what we've created, what we have operational now is a decentralized cloud gaming network, but it's actually bigger than cloud gaming. It's really just a GPU network that we built for gaming, but then we can expand the usage to things like AI, edge compute, for all those times that AI needs to be fast at the edge, low latency at the edge. That's the kind of network that we have. Games being the perfect case because games always have to have low latency, and there's always already a huge market for cloud gaming. But doing it through a decentralized network, the type that we've built, solves all the problems of having to build massive data centers, which are terribly disruptive to the local economies, local environments. They jack up the energy costs. There's a lot of pushback in the States about hyperscalers and data centers and how much opposition there is to have one in your in your town or in your area. So the system that we built doesn't need the hyperscalers. We don't need the big data centers. We don't have to have those massive construction costs and operational costs. What we do is we allow people who have a gaming rig at home to put their gaming rig on the network all the times that they're not using it. And those people earn passive income from their gaming rig because people are starting to catch on that GPU power, GPU cycles is a commodity that's very valuable. And having a way to tap that value in a system that you have at home with all the costs for the hardware costs that are going up and up and up with the RAM and how it's affecting the game console world, they're getting exorbitantly priced, and it's going to really negatively affect the gaming industry because less and less people will be able to afford the consoles. Cloud gaming is a way to step in and save the day. However, coming from a central data center, the way that all the current models work, I mean, NVIDIA, Microsoft, Amazon's Luna, they all come from a central database, which is, again, expensive. You have all the problems of latency because that data center may be very far away from the end player. And then all the other, they're getting priced out because AI is trying to buy every GPU cycle they can from a data center. So those costs for the publishers and developers are just going up and up. Our system doesn't have any of those issues. And Ron's one of the minds behind our system, so we'll find out exactly. We probably should talk at some time, Ron, about how you got your start with us and all that. But that's not for today. Today, let's talk about. Before we jump into the tech stuff, let me really quick say, Gamescom's coming up at the end of August, and we're sending Andy and Andy, our CCO, and Jort, our CEO. They're both going to go to Gamescom. It's in Cologne, Germany. Now, if you are a community member and you've been paying attention for a while, last year this is the conference that we won Best Tech Startup. We beat out 300 competitors to not only get in the top 10, but we actually won the award for the Best Tech Startup at Gamescom last year. So that afforded us free tickets this year, so free all access passes. So Andy and Jort have an open gate to get into to meet all the contexts that they want to. I'm sure they're setting up meetings as we speak with all the different companies who are going to be there. Explaining once again what we've done with YOM, and now that we have Walter running on YOM, we can show them what it looks like for a game distribution system like Walter. So that's some exciting news. Let's though go into, if you pay attention to the opening video, you saw all the pictures that Ron got for me and the video he got for me on the delivery today. So tell us about today, Ron. What was it today like for you, and how to get started, and what all did we see?
Yeah, I mean, 2 days delivery, I would say like 2 days. Like yesterday was, jam packed. Like Pivin, particularly from our team, who was just, flashing all the SSDs, that we had. And then he was just, preparing, labeling those SSDs, so that you would also see in the video. Then, today was, very exciting. So I just boxed all of them, left from home, and then we were in touch with Fresh Miners, so they were there at the gate itself, so had a nice warm welcome.
So let's go through the images, because I can bring them up actually while we're talking about. So this is him flashing all the drives there, right?
Yes, yeah, and he had all the timers as well. Okay, how much time does it take to flash each nano, and then how much time do we need? Because yesterday we were also going at a team dinner party,
true.
So so we were kind of the time constraint.
and then this image here was just you guys all celebrating, because I know that it took. Let me stop and then start this one here. You guys all celebrating that once they were all flashed and labeled.
Yes, yeah, flash, label, excited, and then they were almost ready to pack and then unbox it.
Now, obviously, we're going to have a more automated system when we get to the big bulk orders. This has just been because we can do batch 2 and a small enough batch that we can do it by hand.
Exactly. Yeah. This is just to understand the process. How is it going to be? So we want to first, go through the process ourselves, and then, instruct Fresh Miners and the other company as well, who's going to help us in flashing and then packaging as well. So, they have systems that, they can flash thousands of devices at the same time. So this is going to be really helpful. So, I thought, let's do it manually, and then, send them the instructions. And then, that's the same. I also spoke to Fresh Miners today that, okay, this is a manual, and then rest, everything would be automated.
Yeah. And this is you handing over with Fresh Miners. I was remarking that you're a tall guy, like you're over 6 feet tall, and this guy is taller than you. It's like everyone in Netherlands is just tower.
Yeah.
I'm 5'10", which is, I think, considered average in the States. When I met Rowan for the first time, I was like, why am I looking up at you too? You're not even supposed to be from the Netherlands.
Yeah, true. Yeah, like above average, I would say, in India. And then Jort is also.
Yeah.
And then Jeroen as well from our team. Like
We
we
only
were
want to
with
talk
him
about Jeroen.
yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah. Jeroen's over, like, I think he's over he's 7'2", I think is what it comes down
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. So you brought them over there and they're ready to start sending out, I think, on Monday. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct. So they're going to repackage them with some cushion and then label, and then they said that there were two service providers, so one within Netherlands and one internationally. So they're going to work over weekend, package them, and then start shipping on Monday.
Yeah. They're going to take that box that we gave them and put that box inside
Yes,
of another box to send out.
exactly. Yes.
And
Yeah.
then I was looking at the list of where we're sending to. There's a fair amount going to the States, a fair amount
Yep.
going to the Netherlands.
Yes.
We had Vietnam's where we got in Southeast Asia.
True. Yeah.
Where else are we
Vietnam.
going?
UK, there are 3, 4. There's 4 to 5 in Spain, then in Germany,
In India, I think,
in India too. Yes,
and
Vietnam, and then one in
Brazil.
Brazil.
Right. Yep.
Yes, I think 3, 4 in Canada.
So the network's getting it's. I mean, it's going to be really nice. We don't really need to get even. Well, because the distance that it operates off of is pretty wide.
Yes.
The Vietnam node, and then we added one in Singapore also, right? So now we
Yes.
have
Yep.
a lot of Southeast Asia covered, just from those two devices, so long as they run the multiple streams and everything.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
was
there
just.
are
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, there are like I think 6 to 7 also nanos that we've shipped to India as well. Additionally,
That's right.
so hopefully that should also come online soon.
Yeah,
if
that's a
needed.
big. And gaming there is getting really big. I think it's been big before, but now cloud gaming really opens up. India is one of those places in the world where the cloud gaming market is a key element to their expansion. Right? Would I?
Yeah.
Fair to say?
Exactly. Yeah. Like with easy access to mobile, internet, and then there are a couple of service providers who are also giving limited access to cloud gaming. So people are trying it out. And then we also see in our stats as well, like we have a lot of players who are playing from India, trying exploring our services, and then I see the stats are also quite good. So they have been playing for like think so Counter-Strike that we have enabled. So one round takes around 10 to 15 minutes. So people are playing around 20 minutes, so at least 2 rounds. So
Nice.
that is really good to see.
Yeah, so we should probably talk a little bit about Walter, because that was one of the big accomplishments for the tech team this month, right? Getting Walter up. I'll bring the site up, and then you give us a little bit of breakdown of what we accomplished with Walter.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, massive, thanks to Jeroen. So he and Patrick basically did all the hard work there. So as always, Jeroen did the fantastic UI UX stuff. So whatever kind of we discuss, okay, this is what we are looking for in terms of launching Walter. What exactly should be on the launch screen? What should the user expect? Pre-playing the game, post, during the game, and after the player plays. So all these were very well kind of drafted and then implemented as well, Jeroen. So yeah, and then the content that we see. So two contents that we kind of selected. One was Warframe and Counter-Strike. So Counter-Strike, particularly for desktop users who are well, it's very popular game, so people like to play that. So but it only works on desktop. So that one, and then Warframe as well, very popular game, works on both desktop and mobile. So this is what we wanted to try. So during, like, once the user kind of clicks on play button, so there is a fantastic UX there as well that you implemented. So, and then we are also considering more of Walter as a client in a way, right? So like from YOM, and then Walter as a client, and then all the UX kind of differs from what you play on YOM as well. So in that sense, a lot of things were kind of in the background, that okay, how can we expose our services to a client like Walter. So there the UX kind of changes, and then it goes through the loading screen and all, and then all these two games are like kind of Steam enabled. So you need to have your Steam account in order to play these. So these are not like, these are free games, of course, on Steam. So you just need to create an account if you don't have one. So and you
And
log in.
that Steam integration was also, I know, from looking at the backlog and everything, that was a big piece of what happened in July also. And
Yes.
this allows us to tap into like all the whole Steam library over time, right?
Yes.
We can one by one bring each of those games on board.
Yeah.
Easier when the games are free, easier when they're multiplayer. But we have now, it's a massive library, right? And this is one of the big things we continually get asked, is like about approaching developers and publishers and getting their games on a network. And we can do that individually, piece by piece, but
Yes.
kind of bringing Steam on board, we jump the line a bit. Like we all of a sudden have a
Exactly.
massive library access.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, that was a good find in a way, to have Steam integration, and that skips the, in a way, line, and then we know, okay, which, what all games are popular. We can go by different themes as well, and then onboard different games. And then I think Yorun also implemented somewhere here that you can also ask, or share your feedback on which game would you like, and then we can also prioritize that game and then onboard onto YOM. So there is a lot to uncover as well with respect to Walter in terms of roadmap.
and then now some of the things that I know that we worked on this month was optimization, so that the load time gets faster and latency gets better. You want to talk a little bit about what happened there?
Yeah, sure. So that initially we found out, okay, there was like, I think 15 to 20 second it took to load the game, and then during our research and some optimization, then we found, okay, there are ways to improve and optimize as well. So Jan from our team did some research, and then this, at least at this moment, we've reduced by I would say 60% or so. So you should be able to log it into a game like within 5 to 6 seconds.
Yeah, that's nice.
So that is really good. So like we've kind of distributed the boot up time into different services, and then how, when a service loads, or which services should be loaded already, and then just the game needs to load. So these are optimizations we've done. There is still quite some work to do, but I think this is a good start. We are also checking as well, like evaluating how does it work. So there are a few upgrades on our DevNet which we are testing, and then once that is there, we are also going to push those updates on mainnet.
And then I know the August roadmap is getting the sanity check. I think on Monday you guys are getting your sanity check with Dirk, right? You're going to go through what's planned currently for the August roadmap, and then kind of finalize it. So I don't know that we can really say exactly what's going to happen in August, but is there any top contenders that you want to kind of touch on that for sure are going to hit the August timeframe?
Yeah, so there are a couple of important pieces with respect to like how we started, right? This town hall is like shipping nanos. So shipping nanos, the number of nanos that we talked about, and then onboarding and scaling is very important. In terms of tech. So with respect to onboarding, so we have developed a system, particularly on the support side, and also on the ticketing side. So that is we are going to launch next week. So that is also in on our DevNet. We are testing it, and then we hope that, okay, like Monday starts shipping, and then mid next week people should be able to receive nanos, at least in the Netherlands, and then they will start onboarding, and then if anything, that they can contact support. So we have already launched our support site, support at yom.net, but we are also working or trying to integrate a ticketing system where a node operator or node runner would actually be able to log in and then ask questions, or and then get in touch with our mods as well. So that is going to come soon. So that's the first part of contact, and then scaling, right? So these many nanos, which means we need to scale. So we were also reviewing our cost as well. So like, okay, what services we use, what all costs are we are covering now. And then, if we scale to, these many nanos, how much would the cost be, and then how can we optimize that as well? So that is also, we have created a giant list. Some of them we've already worked on, reduced down a lot of cost. And then also we've analyzed, okay, like we've created some kind of dry run where we check, okay, how much would the load be, like anticipating the load for these nanos. And then we have also created a list that we want to improve in terms of let's say logging wise, monitoring, anticipating certain load, and then implementing a lot of services that can handle it, and load balancing and all.
I think people don't. I think people may underestimate just how much goes on in the background already. With just the alpha test network, and how much monitoring we do, and how much measuring we do. But you're right. That becomes, with every expansion, it's just going to become more data to analyze, and more challenging, I imagine, to balance. But I know that we've done it. We've got, I mean, what do we have? Like 20 alpha testers live. That gives us a good start. And then this basically doubles the amount that are out there.
True. Yeah, double and even more. Actually, yeah.
Hey, let me bring up Glory, because he's sitting there in the background.
Yeah.
Hey, Glory.
Hey, Glory, how are you?
Hi, guys.
Hey, Glory. We were just talking about. So now we've shipped the nanos, or we got them over to Fresh Miners. They're going out on Monday. And I was talking about we're heading East Asia. We've got a bunch in the UK, Spain, Germany, India, Brazil, Canada, North America. Where's Africa, brother? What's going on?
I mean, I think I need to start, like, disturbing Rohan. He needs to ship. He needs to send me, those notes, because I mean, Africa is ready, to be honest.
Yeah, I know.
For so yeah, ready. We're ready, Rohan.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you. Like, you guys are ready, and then there are players who are already playing from Africa, like particularly from Nigeria as well. There are a lot of people we see in our session stats that they are playing.
Because what we do when someone logs into the system and they're not within a certain range or speed of a nano, we still let them play, but we just kind of give them that warning that, hey, you're reaching beyond what we would call our comfort zone, but you can still play. You might see more latency than what you'll get if you were closer to that nano. But we don't want to stop people from playing. We're just going to tell them, here's your warning to expect a little bit of difficulty, but still play. So, and we're seeing people do take advantage of that. That's right.
Yeah, definitely was like a fantastic suggestion from Urit. He said, "Okay, let's try this out," and then we did that, and then we observed like countries from South Africa, Japan, from Africa as well, like Nigeria and Kazakhstan. There were a lot of like Iran. There are a few other countries as well. Yeah.
Kazakhstan is crazy. Like,
have you been? Yeah. Have you been to Kazakhstan?
No.
Oh, okay. We made it sound like it. Hey, there are a couple of things too. So we did some text updates. I do want to kind of touch on what I talked about on Friday, the 5 pillars. But before we do that, Glory, the season 2, we just kind of announced that season 2 has been extended for 2 more months, so let people know. Do you want to hit that real quick and explain to people why we're doing that?
Yeah, I mean, so at the end of the day, if people can remember that, we made an announcement, I think last month, about the new season and updating, the way like users will be rewarded moving forward. So for us, we just, the marketing team, we just kind of like thought about the fact that it is better for us to make, there are a lot of people that still want to participate, and that maybe might have felt like, oh, they did not know the new rules, and then they wanted to just like participate and continue supporting the project. And we're like, yes, let them join before we then eventually, because I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, because we might not have a season next. So we're working on something really cool that would support like even node the node owners and node operators. So
yeah, okay, we'll leave it there.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
It broke up
Yeah.
just a little bit towards the very end, but I'll leave it there. So if you have more questions, obviously go into our Discord, go into our Telegram, you'll get more information there. But we do want to give people who are coming in with the adjustment to the rule set, we want to give people a chance to still participate and take advantage of the season 2 stuff. But let me talk really quick because I'm very curious for both of you guys to. I don't know if you probably didn't get a chance to listen to it was like past midnight when I did it on Wednesday night, but I had a thought about, I'll say we started here. Reddit, we opened up Walter has his Reddit page now, and in the thread it was immediately someone said, well, another cloud gaming system, how are you guys different? And our answer, immediately was, well, we're running decentralized, which is a lot less cost, a lot less environmentally damaging, which is, part of it. But that it got me thinking, like, really, what does set us apart, and why do we feel like our cloud network is going to be the winner when it comes down to the we've got a big battle on our hands, sort of. We've got these massive data centers who've got deep pockets, Amazon, Microsoft, who am I forgetting? Amazon, Microsoft, NVIDIA. Thank you, NVIDIA. Right. So I was like, well, why do I have such confidence in what we've built and why is it different? And part of it is you're seeing in the news cycle now all the time that the hyperscalers, the investors are starting to pull back and went, whoa, we spent a lot of money on hyperscalers and now we're realizing that they're not as profitable as we thought. So you're going to see, I understand you're going to see a lot of projects that get halted midway through the construction because of the costs and everything, and then. The centralization of all that data is also a concern for many people. So I'd say, what's going to be the 5 pillars that the overarching, the one that remains, the system that stands the test of time? What are those 5 pillars? And I came to these, and I'm curious to see you guys respond to these. The first is the selection of games, having a large selection of games. The second is the ease of access. Players can reach it very easily. They can reach the games very simply. It's not a difficult process. That the technology works really well, like low latency, low wait times, those kinds of things. It scales really well. The cost for the player, the value for the player is there, right? If the subscriptions cost is too high and you have to wait for a long time to get into the game, then because you're waiting in line, that's not a good value for the player. So that's going to be the 4th factor. And then the 5th is that the business itself has a good profit system. Like it's profitable. It makes money. It doesn't just burn through cash the way that, obviously these data centers are burning through cash. So when I say those 5, I think of us and I say, well, we got access to the entire Steam library. So we have a big selection of games. We have the ease of streaming through any URL inside of Discord, inside of Telegram. So the ease for the player to find the game is that much better. Obviously, our latency, we've been doing 7 millisecond streams for 45 minutes. That's been great. Obviously, we think right now Walter is free. People who, if you're wondering why you should sign up for Walter now, it's because we expect that we're going to grandfather people in for a time. At a certain point, we'll have to put up a subscription fee. We should still be much lower than all the others with much more access. But if you get in early, you can get grandfathered in. And then obviously, our costs are so much lower than a data center that profitability wise, we should, our all model shows us winning. First of all, do those 5 make sense to you guys? And I'll actually let me Gloria, you first. Do those 5 make sense to you? Is there anything I missed on those 5?
So if you ask me, there's they all make sense, but there's one thing that I feel like is the grandfather of all is the fact that anybody can access whatever game from any device. I think we're under the as a result of that. Like it's. And then we saw it in the news, these guys are shutting down, that's firing over 3,000 people, just because of solutions that could have existed, in the past. And they're realizing now that, they've wasted so much money, I mean, I'm sorry to those people that lost their jobs, but at the end of the day, it was meant to happen. It would always happen. It was not sustainable. And so for me, the biggest and the grandfather of them all is the fact that I can just use my phone and I'm bored and then I can play a game easily, whatever type of game from my phone, and I would get the best latency, best interface and just everything running smoothly. So for me, I think that's the biggest. Like every other thing is cool, But the biggest thing, and if you check it, that's what I think every gamer, not just even gamer, because I think that gamer is a broad word. I think every mobile phone user, would want to at some point, need Walter. And for me, that's the major
Yeah.
market for me.
That's so.
And
I probably should have put that in when I
yeah,
talked about ease of access.
five
Number
pillars.
two, ease of access. I should have included, but you're correct. Mobile access
Ex-
to the game through your mobile device. Rohan, any of those
exactly.
five that stick out to you, or did I miss? Is there a sixth one that I'm missing?
Yeah, I mean, so like on the existing pillars, right? Like I'm very excited, or I truly support, the latency part, and the ease of access, right? And the cost part in a way. So the other two, like, so this is more of, these five pillars in a way we are thinking more about from the player's point of view, and trying to access different games as well. And then with YOM, in a way, I think there are two aspects as well we should look about from the publisher's point of view, right? So right now we are just saying, okay, a Steam library, right? But there are games outside Steam library as well, like indie developers and all. So they can just come upload their build and then stream it, right? So that is very very fast for them, right? Like, okay, they can just build it, try it out, push updates continuously, and then not pay any extra 30% to all these Steam, Microsoft, and Sony.
Yeah.
So that is kind of real advantage. Yeah, and then from the node operator's point of view, in a way, right? So if you think about it, it's just a passive income, right? And then they are also contributing
Mhm.
to the success of the player and the publisher as well. So I think that's maybe the sixth and seventh pillar. I'm not sure
Oh
if you
yeah.
want to add
Well,
it, but yeah.
I can
Yeah.
certainly add. I think I agree. I honestly agree with both.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I,
Go ahead, Glory.
yeah, there's something that Warren just said that I would even like to touch on, and that's like the what's the word, indie developers, because we have Jeff, if you remember, we've sort of like spoken about this a lot of times, that what we're building would power up like the next revolution of gamers, of indie developers, building games that like they can eventually that can see the daylight of the market. It used to be hard before, but now so that is also an important aspect that I think that sometimes we kind of forget about it. But you know,
Oh, now we did lose you.
Yeah, we lost you,
But
Glory.
hold on, Glory, because
it's
we're
no
losing you.
problem.
But I'll add to that, because you're right. We talked about this before. We're kind of at that point in the gaming
Yeah.
industry where the bigger names are starting to really fall under their weight, and I liken it to the time when I'm old enough to remember when YouTube wasn't a thing and then became a thing. And it was, the main news channels dominated all the information brokering at the time. And then as YouTube became a channel for people to get ideas out, the independents started springing up. And now you have what you have today, which is the blossoming of podcasts and forms of entertainment, Instagram, those kinds of things, where short form entertainment has replaced those longer versions. Even TV shows don't have anywhere near the audience that they used to have. And I would expect that same thing's going to happen in the gaming industry, where the bigger name brands, there'll be some that'll be around for a while, but the independents and the smaller titles are going to have a better way to access players, a more equitable channel. What you were talking about, Ron, one thing that you're right, we should totally add to that list is the friendliness to the publishers and developers, like the ease of getting their game out live on a stream. As we said, they can get their game into any URL inside of their own Discord channel.
Yeah.
And then for adoption, that just means that when I want players to play, I send them to a URL, or as I send my friend to the URL, as opposed to telling them download and install, get some room on your hard drive to put this game on. All that goes away. It's just a matter of hitting the link and playing.
Yeah.
All right. So, hey guys, I have to. So quick show announcements. I do have a hard stop today in about 5 minutes, and I kind of do want the audience to know too. Next Friday, I'm going to be traveling for a funeral, sadly, so I won't be able to. We won't be at town hall next Friday. We should still be able to do Wednesday night just fine, but I think we're gonna have to. It's going to be 2 weeks before we can do another one of these. So just kind of so everybody knows, unless we find a solution that allows somebody else to do the town hall next Friday. But I would say for now, plan to not see one. as I attend a family matter. Any last? So, Ron, let me throw it to you first. Any last words? Anything we should let the community know about the deliveries or the other updates for July?
Yeah, first of all, massive thanks, and then for being patient as well. Like, yeah, we got a lot of queries in a way when shipping. Yeah, so
Yes,
finally it's there. So yeah, thanks for being patient, and I also thanked Fresh Miners as well in that terms. They
Very
were
good.
also patient in that sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then. In terms of what's coming next is like there are a lot of optimizations as well that we are doing in terms of how node operator can earn more. So this is something our CEO is doing behind the scenes. So that will also be out soon.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I know he's working on. You're right, but it's really going to be about keeping those node operators incentivized to keep on noding, as they say. Glory, anything for the community that you want to make sure that we drop before we leave today?
Well, yeah, Gamescom. I mean, we're gonna be at Gamescom. I just wanted to put it out there so that and there's something where we're kind of like preparing for Gamescom. So guys, if you happen to maybe be at Gamescom or you would be at Gamescom, we have like something special for you there. So yeah, just get ready. I can't wait, for us to also like spread the word to like a broader gaming community. So I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, I before you joined, I'll let everybody know that we've got those free access all access passes because of our win last year. The top we were top tech innovative startup of the year last year. It gave us free passes for this year, so it's kind of nice. Gamescom's going to be pretty lit, pretty exciting for us. All right. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in and stopping by again for another town hall. I do appreciate it. See us on Wednesday night. So we do this Wednesday night. It's at 7 p.m. Eastern time. That's where I'm based. But in Europe, I think that's close to like 1 a.m. So it's not particularly easy for you guys. But it's on YouTube, X, and on LinkedIn, so you can watch it any of those channels. It's recorded, obviously. And then 2 weeks from today, at the same time, at noon Eastern, which is 6 p.m. in Europe, we'll be back for another town hall. All right, as I say every week, be good to yourself, be good to the people around you, drink lots of water, go out and touch some grass, look at the stars at night, tell someone close by that you love them, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, cool. Thank you.